What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Anyways, if you're new here, hi, my name is Mazyar. Welcome to my channel. Here on this channel you will find videos related to fitness, as well as recently I've been dabbling into the mental health space, so I do make videos on mental health as well. I also do film challenges, as well as I do some vlogging too. But if you're new here, be sure to go ahead and smash the like button and also subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that not only do you join the family, but you also do not miss out on any of my videos or any of my future uploads. And when you're watching this video in general, whether you're new here or not, be sure to go ahead and smash the like button for your boy before we go ahead and dive into it. And also, I wanted to give a quick disclaimer. By no means am I a professional when it comes to mental health or mental illnesses, and I'm not speaking for anybody else. Obviously, everybody's experience with depression or whatever other form of mental illness you may have is going to be totally different. I'm speaking for myself, as well as stuff that I've experienced and stuff that I've gone through and stuff that I tend to notice that society tends to do with people like me. That's who I'm speaking for. Just me, myself, and I. And yeah, I just wanted to get that quick disclaimer out of the way, just so I don't get any hate in the comments and just so people don't come for me. I'm just speaking for myself and maybe a couple of friends, because I did ask them for some help before the filming of this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. So, by the title of the video, I will be sharing with you guys 3 false stereotypes that society likes to place on us people that deal with depression. By no means is this in any specific order. The first one being is society or people in general think that us people with depression are supposed to be sad all the fucking time. That is totally not the case with me and some of my friends, and it may not be the case for some of you guys. Obviously, it depends on the severity of your depression. I know for people with major depression, obviously it's going to unfortunately be a lot worse. You are probably going to be sad all the time, but even then, I'm sure you do have some happy days, or you do have some moments where you are feeling good. But if you are someone like me with persistent depressive disorder or minor depression, you tend to have a lot of good days as well as a lot of sad days. And to further support my point, think about it this way. Think about it with somebody that's diagnosed with cancer. Obviously, depending on the severity of the cancer and the type of cancer that person is diagnosed with, in some cases, from what I've seen, some cancer patients live their life normally. They do have good days where they're super energetic, like they're able to eat normally to a certain extent, they're able to walk, they're able to interact with their family members, their friends and their peers, and they're able to like function normally as if somebody that's perfectly healthy. Another example could be, let me see, somebody that has a setback in life. We all know setbacks are temporary. Depression is the same exact way. Even though depending on the form of it, it can be long-term, it could be short-term, depression can still be beat. You can still beat depression, just how somebody can beat cancer and how somebody can beat life. Like, even though we tend to be depressed and we tend to be sad a lot of the times, that does not make living life impossible, and that also does not mean we cannot be happy during certain moments or certain periods of time. Like, I never understood why, like, when I first came out telling like my friends and on social media that I have depression, a lot of my friends were shocked. And to be quite honest, I'm not surprised to a certain extent, because I mean, if you were to look at me and the way I've lived my life, I was still able to graduate high school. I was still able to go to my job regularly. I was still able to train. I was still able to go about my days normally, as if somebody is not depressed. But however, though, I think we should change that stigma and not assume that just because you have depression, you have to be sad all the time, and that if somebody's not sad, that they don't have depression. You can be happy and still have depression, okay? Number 2, which, by the way, I have some notes because I can't memorize this at all as of right now, because this is my second video that I'm filming. And obviously, as I film each video, I'll get better and better. But the second stereotype that I want to talk about is a lot of people think that us people with depression are supposed to be lazy, or that we tend to stay in our rooms or in a dark room all fucking day. Well, that is totally not the case either. Just like I said earlier, how people like me with PDD, persistent depressive disorder, or minor depression can go go through our days, that is also the case. We're not always lazy. Does it make life living harder? Yes, it does, but it does not make it impossible. And for those of you that do not know, PDD is also pronounced, or not pronounced, is also classified as what's called dysthymia. I'll put the word on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I literally searched up the pronunciation before the filming of this video, but I just forgot how to pronounce it. But basically, what PDD is also called dysthymia. It's also called high functioning depression, which basically means that yes, I can still live my life. I can still go to school, get decent grades or good grades. I can still go to my job and perform my job. I can still exercise. I can still like get out of bed and not be lazy. That's the problem with people like me when we have high functioning depression, is the fact that since we're able to do all these things, people think that I don't have depression, or that I can't be depressed, or that I have to be depressed, that I have to not be able to do anything, that I have to lock myself inside a room until my depression goes away and then I can come out and live my life. No, we're able to live our lives. We're just able to live it to a certain extent. Like, we're not always going to be lazy, but it's definitely going to be a little bit harder to do some or all activities, but it does not make it impossible. All right, now the last false stereotype that I wanted to get into is, apparently a lot of people think depression is easy to get over. Now, I can't tell you guys how many times since I was 16, since I first found out that I had depression, or I experienced depressed-like symptoms, I can't tell you how many times my friends would tell me to get over it, to forget about it, or just be happy, or depression is easy to get over. No, it's not. It's not easy to get over, okay? That is not the case at all. Just like a physical injury, just like how, let's say for example, my friend were to break his leg and go to the hospital, and then obviously after he like recovers, he has to go through rehab with his leg to be able to get his leg to function normally again. The same thing goes for us people with depression or any other form of mental illness, is that it is not easy. It's a fucking process. It takes time. Like me, for example, so it's April now. November. For the last 6 months, I've been progressing when it comes to beating my depression, because I started seeing a therapist. I started practicing healthier coping mechanisms. I started to open up to my loved ones and to people on social media more. I started to be more transparent with people. And with doing all that, it's helped me progress in being not only a better version of me, but being a much happier version of me. And that's what people need to understand, is that just like with a physical injury, technically depression could be a mental injury. It's still injury. It's still an illness. It takes time to get over. And that's what people need to understand. I need you guys to stop telling your friends, to stop telling your peers, or to anybody else that you know is depressed, to just get over it. And to be quite honest, if you say that, it only makes it worse. It only makes them feel worser about themselves, if that's a word, and it makes them feel like even more of a burden than they already felt towards you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in today's video. That's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to go ahead and do me a favor and smash the like button. Slap it, smack it, bang it, pull your pants down and fuck the like button. Whatever you gotta do, make sure you leave a like for your boy. Also, drop a comment down below. Share this video with your friends and your family, or to anybody that you know. If you're watching this video and you deal with a mental illness or you have depression, send this to your friends that may be ignorant and that can find this video very informational and very useful to them, so that next time they do talk to you, they know not to perceive you a certain type of way. Send it to them. And last but not least, if you're new here, I want you to go and do 2 things for me. First of all, I want you to go ahead and click that red subscribe button so you can go ahead and be a part of the family and be a part of the journey. And second of all, I want you to go ahead and turn on that post notifications, that bell button right there, so you get notified of whenever I upload a video and so that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for the continuous love since I've returned. Like, to me, that really means a lot, and that only motivates me to put out more content for you guys, and I will. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace!